its appeal of a different judge's ruling blocking that merger. I'm Elisa Parenti with the Bloomberg Business Report on WWJ News Radio 950.
And the current numbers from the markets, the Dow's up 87, the Nasdaq up 17, the Nasdaq up 8 points. Lottery numbers, the midday daily 3853, the daily 48341. Mega Millions jackpots 38 million, and the Powerball at 310 million. Traffic and weather in a minute. WWJ News Time 3:57.
Oversight did state police on the left shoulder, and Grossman Street 696 traffic lights are not working there. Be careful. Blue Water Bridge delays up to 30 minutes for trucks heading into Sarnia, Ontario. And looking at some debris on the roadway on M14 westbound east of Sheldon in the left lane and across all lanes. Particles of the wood, the dresser that was in existence there. From the 24-hour Hines Park, Lincoln and Plymouth Traffic Center, I'm Kevin Sanderson, WWJ News Radio 950.
And the AccuWeather forecast, meteorologist Dave Bauer says a couple of showers of rain or snow this evening, otherwise mostly cloudy and breezy with a low 28. Tomorrow, cloudy, breezy, colder with a snow shower, high 35, but the real feels make it feel like it's in the call for an investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn's communications with Russia. CBS News headed your way next. Could a happy relationship lead to a healthier overall life? Dr. Deanna Lights will have a live report. And Roseville police combing through neighborhoods to find, we'll have the details in 15 minutes. AccuWeather says could see some rain or snow this evening down in the 20s, right now 49.
950 WWJ and WWJ HD Detroit.
CBS News, I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The White House is explaining why Michael Flynn has resigned under pressure as National Security Advisor. Spokesman Sean Spicer.
The evolving and eroding level of trust as a result of this situation and a series of other questionable
Already looking into Russian interference in the election and has broad discretion. A House committee hearing sobering testimony on the future of ISIS. The director for security studies at Georgetown University says as ISIS is defeated in Iraq and Syria, it could morph with Al-Qaeda.
Any kind of re-evaluation and cooperation between the two would doubtless produce a significantly escalated global threat.
We could come across ration and turn over here and make the U-turn. I was a second car at the light, and the lights were in green, the car continued in, and I went and I got hit. I don't know what happened, I never saw anything. I'm flying from there on.
This happened at 11 Mile in Gratiot. Jump's son picking him up. Jump's Chrysler smashed up on the front and left side and taken away on a tow truck. In Roseville, Laura Bonnell.
WWJ's Zara Hoover has more.
47-year-old Rick Wershey, known as White Boy Rick, was sent to prison about 30 years ago for drug dealing charges in Wayne County. Today, he met with Michigan Parole Board Chairman Michael Egan for a pre-parole interview. Scott Bernstein, author, journalist, and friend of Wershey, says they are all cautiously optimistic about today's meeting. Bernstein, by the way, is working on a book with Wershey, so he could tell him this story.
Something that he'll always tell me and he tells other people, and I think it's very profound. He says, I was White Boy Rick when I was a teenager. That's what I was as a teenager. Today, I'm just Rick. I haven't been White Boy Rick in 30 years.
Egan will write an opinion about today's interview with Wershey, and the board will meet to decide whether to hold a public meeting this summer. Zara Hoover, WWJ News Radio 950.
Floods Mayor and Governor Snyder meeting today to discuss the state's decision to no longer fund residential water bill credits or help the city pay for water from a Detroit area system. Mayor Karen Weaver expected to meet with the governor this afternoon. State officials say the financial assistance will stop at the end of February because the level of lead in Flint's water no longer exceeds the federal limit. You think people in Michigan would be in favor of lower taxes, but as we hear from WWJ, Lansing Bureau Chief Tim Skubic, that's not the finding of a new statewide poll.
The Epic MRA survey shows 74% of the people oppose a gradual rollback of the state income tax rate, quote, without replacement. That is new revenue to make up for the lost revenue if the tax is rolled back. But Republicans who are sponsoring this push say they are talking about replacement revenue. They simply have not placed any of those alternatives on the table at this read. Reporting from Lansing, Tim Skubic, WWJ News Radio 950.
WWJ News Time is 4:07. State Democratic legislative leaders want to help people who were wrongly accused by the State Unemployment Insurance Agency of proven to be false. He says the agency also compromised the personal information of nearly 2 million Michigan residents just last week. Today, Today is Organ Donor Registry Day. Senator Morris heard the 3rd of Detroit, and Senator John Pruce worked together to adopt the resolution just in time for Valentine's Day.
It's the right thing to do, and Tuesday, February 14th is the day they want to set aside to ensure that folks know that talking with your friends.
The 8th in Kevin Sanderson, things open up again here in Ward and Roseville this hour.
9-mile road between Gratiot and Yellow Gold Farm Fields has been cleared. Haggerty southbound 46 while that exit investigation has been cleared for the last hour. I-75 southbound at Bertrand Exton to right lanes, 275 northbound up to 96 westbound, 2 vehicles. Left side ditch and police are on the left shoulder. Overly jammed here. They're seeing traffic build as usual around the area, especially on the 4 because the folks using that instead of I-75 southbound for Spring West to northbound, which is closed. There's some years there.
Controversy in a West Michigan school district after several teachers were secretly filmed at a bar playing a game where they named students that they wanted to marry, shag, or kill. The cell phone video was taken at the Bangor Tavern Bar and Grill and posted on YouTube. At last night's Bangor school board meeting, angry parents demanded the 7 employees be fired. While no one was fired, a secretary resigned. 6 teachers were reprimanded. Bangor's about a half hour west of Kalamazoo. Farmington High School's Janet Cato wiped away tears as staff walked into her health sciences classroom.
614-9656 now to get your free Fortunes and Flipping CD. Call 800-614-9656 now, and you'll also get free tickets to a live training workshop that includes a free meal, a free smartwatch, power charger, and USB drive loaded with powerful information as free gifts just for attending. Call 800-614-9656. That's 800-614-9656. Call now.
Well, the market finished record high closes today for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. We'll get the latest Bloomberg Business Report straight ahead, 4:15. Time for sports. Guardian burglar fire alarm sports desk. Brian Woolley, seems like the news out of East Lansing just goes from bad to worse. Now they have the person in charge of recruiting who's been suspended now as part of this investigation.
Yeah, you're talking about the director of college advancement. That's Curtis Blackwell. He's been suspended with pay as the criminal investigation into 3 Michigan State football players is